There's the disturbance in the Kenverse, and it has to do with all the Ken variants. And it all stemmed not from Pickle 64, but all of these other variants of the Ken. But Pickles is causing the biggest disturbance in the timeline. She's only been posting for a month, but she's been doing Ken style videos and everything like that. And they're yapping like Ken with unedited points. I'm just gonna click a random video, which by the way, I'm borrowing Ken's setup for this. Every video, Pickles 64. You must address Pickle 64. Ken knows about Pickles. I am actually a human is exactly what Pickle 64 would say. His comment section is aware. Oh, whoa, this is weird. He's here with me. Logged Pickle 64 starts yapping. Logged Pickle 64 stops yapping. Pickles allegation. Male Pickle 64 might have to rely on damage amplification. You can tell it's strikingly similar. They're unedited. They're just playing the game and they're pushing really high. I think Pickle 64. Look at the title and everything. Count your days, Supercell. Trying to get canceled day one. That's something a Ken variant would say. She's the logless variant of Ken. Ken would objectify the Clash Royale cards. She's aware, and she is not addressing the Ken allegations. Everything for Ken, she's not replying. She knows. They've become self-aware. They're sentient. It goes back even more. Jackie Parfait, there's a whole evolution with these variants. They start off with phones. Let me be clear. These Ken variants aren't worse and they're not better. We're all different human beings. The multiverse is coming together. Ken versus Ken versus Ken. Ken, you need to stop. This is a big social experiment. The multiverse is getting more interconnected. This is actually so crazy. Female Ken 2 starts yapping. The Ken franchising is crazy. Ken wouldn't jump cut. I'm kind of curious. 5,600 trophies, 9,500. This isn't Asian Ken, isn't logless Ken. This is Kelly.
Alright, hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly and you're watching Kelly Plays.
And Kelly's at 9,000 trophies. This is different. The Ken multiverses are so different. You got like Dr. Doom, you got Iron Man. They're all like, is Tony Stark Dr. Doom? I'm so confused now. Is Tony Stark Asian? You can't fool us, Ken. I need to ask Ken about this. Is her name Kenly? She acknowledged the Kenly. Is it real? It gets deeper than this. If you look at the shorts, because I'm just Ken. She's aware that she's a Ken variant. Should we be scared for our lives?
And admit you're in danger.
No, they're evolving. They're becoming their own. The thing is that they all branch out. They're birthed as Ken, some are birthed as logless Kens, and then it just spawns. We haven't even explored Masked Jr., who's addressing Pickle 64 in this very video, who's also allegedly a Ken variant. You can't even call him a Ken variant anymore because he's completely different.
Those of you that do not know who Pickle 64 is, it's basically Ken with a new account. And the point of this video is
people have been calling him Masked Ken.
Or Pickle 64.
And he's calling Ken female Ken. My brain is hurting so much. They all know. Ken kidnapped me? No, he's in my basement. I'll show you all later. I'll show you all right now. Okay, so we're gonna head into our basement. And Ken's in there. He's sleeping. Okay, he's awake. He's in the washroom. He actually might be gooning. I'll get back. I'll get back to that later. My life might be in danger. Okay. I was looking for Ken in my basement, but he already woke up. I'll have to address the allegations later on.
It really sucked, okay? I was kidnapped by Ken.
The
way it all started was a few days ago. I was driving to get some chicken, barbecue chicken. And,
barbecue chicken. Okay, I'm glad you clarified.
And long story short, the cop pulled me out of the vehicle, started beating me, started whipping me.
Oh, he didn't even kite it.
And I was not resisting.
Fake Ken, fake Ken. This is another Ken variant addressing Pickle 64.
I'm gonna break my opponent's souls using Pickle 64 cycle. Lumber.
And they're all aware of Pickle 64. There's another Ken variant.
Has come up with one of its most intense social experiments known to mankind. And that is this human being right here.
I think
this
Ken knows
is
something we don't.
absolutely insane.
I'm watching Ken in my house, spectating this Ken variant, spectating logless Ken. What is going on? We have Blaze. He's a more mellow Ken variant who isn't even, he branched out so much, he's not even a Ken variant anymore. Let's go to the earlier videos. In the earlier videos, this is just a yapping variant of Ken. And then they realize these variants, they have different powers.
Okay, so for some reason, I've only played Spirit Empress once on the channel before. But we're playing it again. I whipped up a little deck here. I got Evo Valkyrie.
And you can tell they're editing.
Act as my main
they have
tank
different
and kill
superpowers.
Swarm. And obviously Skeleton Barrel Evolution because it's
He's evolving. He's speaking faster than he did in the first ones. Pushing with Pickle 64's deck. Is this another Ken variant? Is this budget headphones Ken? This one knows. He's... What did he say? Goblin Gang over minions? On Logless Ken's deck, which is kind of valid. It's warm. You kind of need that. This is another variant. They're different. They have different thumbnails. It's unpredictable. I'm scared.
One that I had broke yesterday because I slammed it on the ground after losing a game of Valorant. The next big change is an iPad stand. This iPad stand I actually believe helped me.
Every single one of these variants,
yes,
they go from phone to iPad after something is happening.
Yes, I did hit Ultimate Champ already. It's only day 5 or 6 into the season, so you can call me Muhammad Light.
You can call me
Riley. You can call me Ian, but please do not ever call me Jinxie.
Don't call me Jinxie. I thought he was gonna say don't call me Ken. Here's another one.
D4's Clash Royale deck. I don't know too much about Pickle.
He's really chill.
She is blowing up.
This is like YouTube. ASMR Ken.
This is her deck.
I could sleep to ASMR Ken.
Some pretty high skill stuff.
Which isn't even fair because the multiverse has branched out so much. Something infected them. Is Ken actually Pickle 64? This is a real thing, by the way. If this is your first time hearing it, you're living under a rock. 100,000 views. Is Ken actually Pickle 64?
If you're watching this video, you're probably aware of the YouTuber Ken, or KSC Clash, who's currently known for his
we know of him.
Clash Royale commentary videos. But what you might not know is that there's another channel by the name of Pickles 64, who's recently gained traction for similar videos. And
this is only 2 weeks ago. Pickles has like 50k subs now.
Their channel could be secretly run by Ken. Let's look at some evidence supporting the theory and some that could debunk it. The reason that most people are suspicious of Pickles is that Ken has famously done something like this before with the channel.
He made a secret channel. He made a hollow. Yeah, that's confirmed.
He could build a Clash channel from the ground up without the benefit of his own name being attached. Why would Ken do it again? Perhaps he wants to prove that he can do it in a different genre or style of Clash Royale videos. Halo was a typical Clash Royale fun facts kind of channel, which maybe Ken could see as too easy for him. Perhaps
Ken did play Clash of Clans.
Ken channel all over again. Neither Ken nor Pickles have fully acknowledged this theory or even each other's existence in the 2
They don't acknowledge each other. They know, and they are not acknowledging it.
I'm just Ken song in her one and only short. Could this be to try and
reel
in the Ken comments with a simple
I'm just Ken.
Was Ken mentioned in a short rather than a video so that very little attention will be brought to it? In Ken's Method series, which was an account he brought from the ground up while being free to play, the first video of the series is 64th. Pickles 64? Video chronologically.
It's 64? Okay, this is just...
Because growing a Clash account from
put the tinfoil hat down.
Ken is Grinch, a green character, had no numbers.
Ken is a green Grinch?
Which was not mentioned as something. Ken is currently vacationing outside of his home of Australia, and has recently been seen in OJ setup, which was not mentioned as something that would happen in Ken's previous videos. Could OJ be the one bridging the gap between Pickles and Ken? Maybe she's
Am I bridging the gap? Calling all logless Kens. I am serious. I will pay for everyone's flight. Ken's in Canada right now. If we bring the Ken multiverse together, I will pay for every Ken's flight together. Oh my god! Shit, I was not expecting that. Anyways, like I was saying, Ken multiverse, everybody hit me up on Twitter. I will make it happen.
It is a lot more plausible to me than Ken arranging something like this with an American.
Okay, in this one, this is where Pickles was yapping about how the car, like someone was clowning on her about not having any car payments, and she's like, you shouldn't even have any car payments. I have a Toyota Camry. It's economical. If you have to do car payments, you can't afford a car. And I agree with that. A Toyota Camry, it's great, it's economical, it's reliable, it's fuel efficient, and it's at an affordable price.
Plausible to me than Ken arranging something like this with an American.
I am shocked that Shamrock's found about this. I don't know what the maple syrup has anything to do with anything though.
Evidence is the deck that Pickle seems to exclusively use, Lumberloon. Now, if you know Ken well enough, you would know that his self-proclaimed best deck was the Lumberloon Furnace deck.
He did play Lumberloon, and all the variants are playing Lumberloon right now.
Which could have been done to not make it too obvious, but to at least leave a majority semblance.
There is a Furnace rework too.
Finally,
apparently, allegedly, maybe an evolution. Allegedly.
Just a couple weeks ago, on June 26, 2025, Pickles often alludes to previous videos being uploaded that had a good amount of views, but that she ultimately deleted. However, her first video post these ones was uploaded
also on June 26. There's no way. They have experience. These variants have spawned from the Kenverse.
And for her to take them down and film a new one. Mind you, it's still a day while she filmed a new first video, all on the same day. Could this just be something she says to try and legitimize her channel as being something that has existed longer than it would seem? Or did Ken and Pickles slip up in one of these previous videos, leaving a blatantly obvious clue that had to be shut down before too many people caught on? There are, however, some things that would suggest this is all coincidence, and that in fact there's no funny business going on at all. Ken, and YouTubers in general, are often late to respond to trends in the comment section. For example, every time Ken's comment section finds a new comment to spam, it usually takes a couple to dozens of videos for Ken to formally
acknowledge. It usually does. It takes a little bit.
Want to bring this up in a video, as he could not really know what's going on. Or he wants to generate more hype around the theory for his benefit. As for Pickles, she probably just does not want to give into the flame that has people comparing her to Ken, and maybe wants to establish.
I think she's self-aware. She knows that not acknowledging it is going to perpetuate.
Many so-called Ken variants exist.
The trend
and have existed for a while now.
Dan, Dan the man. We got Mass Jr. too. I already saw that.
However, I found several other Ken creators who would also
yeah.
meaning this is not as crazy as the comments may think. In my opinion, I don't think Ken is running this behind the scenes. I don't doubt that he's capable of doing something like this, but to me it just seems like Pickles is perhaps inspired by Ken, but not Ken himself.
You don't think that this was inspired by Ken?
The Kenverse.
Let's look at the
But
Kenverse.
have you ever asked yourself, which one's the best? Well, today we'll figure that out for ourselves.
There's no best. Everyone is great in their own rights. I'm not even gonna acknowledge that video.
What is up?
Hello, old friends. What is up? Let's go to a one-day-old video. I feel like this is dying down because of Kai CNAT and everything. Oh, we found a Pickles. I don't know what's going on. I need to ask Ken.
Also, right now for me, it's like 7:30, so already drinking. This is pretty late for me.
Are these the Ken variants?
Okay.
No. I have Pickles!